We go to Spain.
We suck again!
Lovely, lovely country this time of year. You know, birds are chirping.
Hold up.
Flowers are blooming.
Wait a minute.
And 80,000 fucking Muslims
You fucking pedophiles!
Yeah, kill them! Kill those motherfuckers!
invade the country.
What the fuck?
I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this, when the Supreme Court and the Prime Minister tell the army and the police to stand the f down.
What the hell's going on out here?
And do nothing.
You stupid fuck!
This is how a country dies. But it's what's next. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jasper Gonzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Saturday. Yes, this is a special weekend edition. Spain. Let's go to Europe. You know, let's go on a European tour. You know, Spain, Italy, France. But we're going to concentrate on Spain. Spain, wonderful country. You know, great food, great ambiance. You know, birds are chirping. You know, flowers are blooming, and 80,000 illegal Muslims crash the country. In a particular town, Ceuta. Well, of course, the people of Ceuta just pretty much opened up their arms and sang "Kumbaya" and welcome. Welcome to Fantasy Island. No. They're trashing the town. The people are lost at words and they're losing their minds because they're scared to death. And what makes it worse is that the Prime Minister and the Supreme Court said no to the police and army. Don't do anything. Stand down. Keep your hands down. Keep your hands to yourself and allow the country to die. Yes, this is how a country dies. But here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. Death toll in Ceuta rises to 67 as more migrants vow to cross Morocco to the Spanish enclave. Yes, wonderful, wonderful Morocco. You know, the country is so oppressed that 80,000 able-bodied men, 18 to 30, you know, because not one woman and one child happened to be there during the invasion. Anyway, there it is right there. And of course, I'm kind of surprised that the cops are actually standing there with arms ready to do nothing. Ceuta, Spain. The death toll in Spain's Ceuta's border crisis with Morocco has climbed to 67. The Spanish government said Saturday they included some who drowned and some who were killed in the stampede to cross a breakwater barrier. Spain announced it was installing a 500-meter-long containment barrier, yes, because that'll stop them, along with breakwater fence to the sea after between 50,000 and 60,000 migrants, I've heard the numbers go as high as 80,000, breached the tiny Spanish territory's frontier between Thursday and Friday. A handful of exhausted migrants who swam to Ceuta's urban Town Hall Beach Saturday morning were met by soldiers who escorted them back across the border. Spain's Interior Ministry says the majority of those who enter Spanish territory in North Africa have already returned to Morocco. You sure about that? Really? Is this breaking news? That the overwhelming majority of the 80,000 are now been sent back to Morocco? You sure? You sure about that? Well, after days of chaos in streets packed with people who had hoped for a better life in Spain, yeah, good luck with that, residents of Ceuta woke up Saturday morning to an uneasy calm. Gee, I wonder why. Even so, security for residents of the autonomous city of 84,000 remain bruised. Life in the city has been disrupted as a result of the border incident, said Ceuta's president Juan Jesus Vivas. The result was disruption. And really? You just couldn't have the balls to say, guess what? The fact of the matter is my city was overrun by the illegals who basically should have never been allowed in my fucking city to begin with. But yet you didn't give a damn and you allowed my citizens to die. Okay. The result of the people, the return of the people has begun satisfactory, but the process must be completed, he said. The city has not yet returned to normal. The city will never be normal again when you allowed an invasion to occur. Breitbart London. Video picture of Spain migrant crisis surges as thousands swim across the border from Morocco. In Morocco, a Tangiers main rail station, migrants back from Ceuta who had hoped to reach the European Union slept on the ground, exhausted. Passerbys watched from a distance. I tried to cross, but I failed. I stayed near the border with Ceuta for 2 days, but I couldn't find anything to eat, said Abdullah, an aspiring migrant, really? Who asked that his last name not be published because out of fear of retaliation for trying to cross illegally. No, because God forbid the people would rise up and wreck your ass. Anyway. Taxi drivers and bus operators, but on the road to leading the Morocco town of Finik, which border Sunta, many migrants were seen walking towards the fence, some barefoot, apparently hoping to try their luck. Taxi drivers and bus operators who refused to take them, fearing retaliation from authorities. Police officers were deployed along the road, stopping and checking every vehicle heading towards Finnek. Some people who had made it to Sunta were determined to stay. Among those was Mohammed, of course, a 23-year-old Moroccan. Quote, "They closed everything down so we couldn't buy anything to eat. They forced us to return to our country." Jeez, because that would be terrible. But even though they closed it down, we're around to stay here, whether hungry or not. Obikcher reported from Finnek, Morocco. Don't know who that was and don't really care. Barbar, of course, this coming from Trump. It's killing your country. Trump blasts migrant invasion of Europe.
No podemos llamar a la policía ni a la Guardia Civil porque no dan abasto. Necesitamos ayuda urgente. De verdad, esto es indignante. Yo estoy rodeada, tengo miedo. ¿Cómo no voy a tener miedo? Si tengo ganas hasta de llorar. No se puede. Esto no se puede, de verdad. No se puede, necesitamos ayuda. Por favor.
Rocío.
Callaros. Es que estoy temblando. Es que de verdad, esto es para vivirlo. Esto es para vivirlo como mujer. Esto es para vivirlo. Esto es una invasión. Han empezado por Ceuta, pero esto es la frontera a España, la frontera a Europa. Hoy ha sido Melilla, mañana será Canarias, pasado será Tarifa. De verdad, es que no hay derecho.
My thoughts. The fact of the matter is that this was unprecedented in Sunta's history, in Spain's history, unprecedented. A lot of people on social media are saying that this was choreographed. This was, set up. This was, to make sure that 80,000 or whatever how many came over the border at the time, were going to crash the city. Total setup. Could be. Because it's really, really hard to just wake up one day and, hey, you know what? Morocco's feeling a little verklempt. I'm feeling a little verklempt with Morocco. I'm feeling, I'm clutching pearls. Rectum's clenching. I need to get up and get out because I need my freedom because my country is so oppressed. I'm going to go over right across the street there. 80,000 of you, come and follow me. No. This is a coordinated effort. Absolutely. But what makes it worse, as I said in my intro, is that when you have the prime minister who says, I've got nothing but love for your city, tells also when the Supreme Court of Spain steps in and demands that the army and the police not lift one finger to stop this invasion, not one finger, basically told to sit on their hands and allow this city to die, because we don't want to offend anyone. Well, of course, other countries have stepped in. One particular, Poland's president. Poland's president stepped in and said, yeah, that shit doesn't happen in my country. Well, what do you mean? It just doesn't happen in my country. The fact of the matter is we make it very clear. Our military is on the border. Anybody who's not a Polish citizen, yeah, not happening. Don't care if you're Moroccan, American, don't matter. It doesn't happen. You need to go through the proper channels. Because if not, things may happen. He's just saying, just things may happen. We don't know what will happen, but things would happen. That is what you do as a president. You protect your people, you protect your border, you protect your sovereignty. That is what you do. You don't allow this shit to happen. Spain's military should have been on the scene. Their police on the scene, loaded, armed, ready to go. Anything will happen like that. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. This is insane. This is asinine. This is horrifying that those people of Sunta had to deal with this garbage. Instead of protecting their people, they allow their people to get overrun, run amok. I've seen video of people breaking into houses. I've seen video of setting cars on fire, because that never happens. And I've seen one particular girl who had her phone on, waving them in like, welcome. Now kill it. This is insane. Donald Trump's 100% right. He made a comment, said, you know what? In just a few years, that could possibly happen to America if we don't straighten up and fly right. Who's to say that it won't happen? You had a dementia old riddle man who was posing as president allow 15 million illegals to flood the border in 4 years. But Trump's the bad guy from cracking down and trying to get them out. It's just me. But to the people of Junta, Spain, my heart goes out to you. Prayers go out to you. You guys didn't deserve this. You guys wanted nothing of this. But for your own people, for your own government to betray you like this, that prime minister should be thrown the fuck out and charged with betrayal. Charged to be traitorous to his country. The Supreme Court, all of them. Get them the fuck out. Argentina wouldn't have dealt with this shit. Malay wouldn't have dealt with this shit. He would have thrown the Supreme Court out. He would have got rid of them. But this is just insane. And like I said, my heart goes out to those people because they didn't deserve this. They didn't deserve to get fucking wrecked. And they did. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. We'll see you next time. Peace.